Okay guys, this is my first Rift video. Throughout this video it's really laggy at times, and I don't know why, because it'll go down from like 40 FPS in fraps, and then it'll just drop all the way down to like 5 to 10 FPS, which, you know, kind of confuses me, and it's frames per second if you didn't know. And I think this dungeon is, I think they call it FT, I don't know what that stands for, but it's a level 30 to 36 dungeon, and I was about 32 when I went into this, and I think I dinged in here too. Yeah, I think, yeah. And it's a better pole arm for me, and I actually needed that. So I wanted to make this my first video, just to show you guys like a glimpse of what the dungeons and stuff are like. Now I have Rift footage too, and Rifts are basically like public dungeons. If you've ever played Warhammer Online, you know, it's similar to that. It's like just like randomly on the map there'll be like this rift, and it's basically like this opening in the sky, and you can use a planar sealer. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but it's like a planar something, and you use that ability to open up the rift, and then once that happens all the monsters come out and stuff. And one of the things I really like about it is to get the loot from like the rift, like to get loot for it, you have to make your own contribution. So let's say if you just fucking sit there AFK at a rift the whole time, you're not gonna get anything, but if you do, it's gonna be like 2 planar or something like that. And planar is like this currency used to buy like planar abilities and crafting recipes and, you know, stuff like that. It's used for a whole big variety of things. And I got my tanking spec last night. Unfortunately, I had to go to bed last night, so I was about to tank this. I think I was about to tank this run. I'm glad I didn't, because you know, the fights weren't that bad, but I don't know if I could have done it the first time. You know, there's a lot of AoE fights, and it gets a little laggy around here. But if you see the little red swords below my name, that's like the little build-up abilities. Like if I do a minor regular attack, I'll get like one of those, and then I do like Titan Strike or my other ability, and I use all those and get some big hit. Like I got my first crit there, 891. That was my highest there, and I think I broke it later in the video. Got like 1,000 something. Man, I get kind of excited when that happens. But anyway, about the swords, it's just like, I'm not sure if it's for other, you know, talent trees as a warrior, but as a champion I get them, and I actually hit pretty high. And you know, people are really experimenting with the talent trees and everything, because there's like 4 talent trees and like 9 different specs. So you know, a lot of people are experimenting with that. I don't even know how much combinations that is, but you know, 4x9 it's like 36 if you know, get different ones. Like I got my tanking spec last night. You know, I want to get the gear before I get the spec, because I don't really see a point in getting the spec and not even using it. Like I've used my prot spec, you know, I got used to it last night. I tanked a little dungeon that I didn't record because I didn't feel like I needed to. It was this dungeon called DSM, and it's Deep Strike Mines. I found that kind of ironic because in World of Warcraft there's a dungeon around that level called Dead Mines that everyone goes to, which is kind of funny. But I tanked that, and I was like level 31, and I did okay. lost aggro a few times, but no one died. Like, it wasn't a wipe. But what I really like about this game, you know, in the rifts and everything, is, you know, if you don't do your part, you're not gonna get shit, which is cool. Because I remember in WoW, people would just sit in a BG for like the whole time, and then they would get, you know, favor, which is kind of retarded. But I mean, the PvP in this game is a little similar to World of Warcraft. Different names, different maps, and everything. But you know, there's simple goals in all of them, which is you know, it's not that bad. I mean, World of Warcraft has a really good base on, you know, every concept, so it's not bad to take one of those. I mean, it really isn't. And it gets really laggy, and I'm like trying to tab and, you know, do my spells and everything. It gets kind of hard doing that at like 3 FPS or frames per second. But I decided to go here, film it, and ding in here just to show you guys a little taste of what a dungeon is like. This dungeon is actually pretty massive. It's supposed to be in like a canyon type mountainarian. I don't know if that's a word, but, you know, mountain type area with canyons and stuff, which they kind of did that pretty well. And I actually don't go into dungeons that much. I've been into like 10 dungeons. I went into IT once, which is like a level 19 dungeon, you know, and then DSM, Deep Strike Mines, I was just talking about that a second ago. I was in that for, you know, level 24. I actually went in there like 5 times. I mean, and I got some loot in there. It's pretty easy run, you know. The bosses are all really easy, tank and spank. The thing about this run is that, like, there's a whole bunch of AoE mobs, like bats go out, and there's like mobs you have to fight over like 5 people. So I'm imagining it might be hard to tank as a warrior on here. Now, the thing about this game is rogues can actually be really good tanks. Like, I don't know too much about the rogue specs. I'm not playing a rogue, I'm playing a warrior. But the times I've been in a group where the rogue is a tank, they actually do a lot better than a warrior would do. They usually have more HP, even if they don't have play. They usually have more HP. They usually never have a problem keeping threat. They just, you know, the bosses and the mobs stay right on, you know. So it's just straight through, just a good spec for them. And I'm not sure what it's called. I'm not sure if it's Justica or whatever, because I'm just experimenting with the game now. But I've really been enjoying it. Not for the fact that, you know, oh, it's just another game. I mean, it's a game that I actually might start playing a lot more, because I've just been playing the last 2 weeks, and it's actually been a really fun time for me. I had to play on my laptop for a long time because it wouldn't work on my desktop, but I recently upgraded my desktop to Windows 7, and that enabled me to play. Get some water. Sorry, my voice is cracking up. Happens to me all the time. If I talk too much, my voice gets kind of, you know, weak. So, and like every dungeon you go into has always has like 2 or 3 quests, which again is kind of similar to other games, but I like it because you get a little bit more XP every time you go into a dungeon. And you can just run dungeons over and over again. And when you talk about the currency system, it's kind of backwards, like in WoW. In WoW, there's copper, silver, then gold. On here, there's the lowest one is silver, then gold, then this new currency called platinum. And basically, platinum, it's like the same system as WoW, pretty much. You know, you get 100 silver, that's a gold. And here, if you get 100 gold,